Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, this tutorial, first I'm gonna tell you how this tutorial is gonna go. I'm gonna show you first the stitch, how the stitch looks. So the stitch looks like this. And then I'm gonna show you how to make this stitch. I think this stitch, it's called shallow single crochet stitch. I'm working on a scarf, so later on, first I'm gonna show you how to do the stitch, and later on, if you want to see how I do this scarf and I finish the scarf, well, then that is gonna be later on in the video. So for this, of course, you're gonna need some yarn. This is a very thick yarn. It's acrylic, 35 grams, kind of small, and it's asking to use for this yarn 10/0 6 millimeters crochet hook. So for this, and of course you're gonna need some scissors to cut, and I'm gonna show you later on when I finish the scarf how to attach the tassels, how to finish the scarf if you are interested. Yeah. So with this stitch is very easy. It's a beginner stitch. It gets a little bit weird when we start the third or the fourth row, but with this stitch you can chain any numbers of chains you want. Odd, even, doesn't matter. I like to go with the even numbers. I don't know why. So I chained the 12 chains here, the same amount of chains that I chained for this scarf. Yeah. So what we're gonna do with this stitch, we're gonna start the second chain from the hook. This one is the first one, and this one is the second. So we're gonna go into the second, and we're gonna do single crochet. So for you guys that you're new and you don't know how to do a single crochet, what you're gonna do, you're gonna go inside the chain. You're gonna grab the yarn, pull the yarn, and you have 2 loops. You're gonna grab the yarn, and you're gonna pull these 2 loops, the yarn. Then you're gonna move to the next chain, you insert there, pull the yarn through the chain, you have 2 loops, and now grab the yarn and pull to these 2 loops. So, you know, it's very, very easy. So I'm gonna do as slow as I can. Okay, so in all chains, we're gonna do single crochet until we finish all the chains. So we're gonna do single crochet. It's very, very easy. So when you start, for example, with the even number of chains, when you finish, you're gonna have an odd number. So I started with 12, now I have only 11. Yeah. So now at the end, we're gonna chain 1, turn your work, and again, in all the chains, we're gonna do single crochet. So the first stitch, it's here. So we're gonna go in there, grab the yarn, pull through the stitch. You have 2 loops. Grab the yarn and pull the yarn through those 2 loops, and we're gonna do like this. So the first 2 rows, they're gonna be single crochet, only single crochet. I'm gonna try to hurry up, and after that the fun part starts. Okay, the last stitch, and you always gonna chain 1 at the end, always. So chain 1, turn your work, and now the fun starts. So usually the first stitch is here. When we do a single crochet, we're gonna go inside here. Well, with this stitch, we're gonna go below the first row. So this is the first row, this is the first single the stitch, but we're gonna go in between. It's a hole here. Yeah, it's right here. So you're gonna go in here, you're gonna pull the yarn through, you have 2 loops, and then you're gonna do a single crochet normal. So again, the next stitch, it's here, below that it's a hole. You go in there, grab it, grab the yarn, pull the yarn through the 2 loops, and again the next stitch is here, you're gonna go below where is the hole. Grab the yarn, pull. It's a very, it's easy, but you know, in the beginning, at least this row is gonna be weird. After that, after you work, you're gonna see the hole. The holes are forming, so it's gonna be easy. So again, the stitch, it's here, so you're gonna go below here. Okay, the next stitch, it's here, you're gonna go below, right there. That's why you need the first 2 rows of single crochet. So the stitch is here, you're gonna go below where is the hole. It's very easy to, you cannot miss it. So you're gonna do this row like this, and again the stitch is here, and you're gonna go below here. And again the stitch is here, you're gonna go right there, the hole, it's there. Okay, this is the last stitch, and the hole, it's right here. Go in there, grab the yarn, and pull the yarn through the 2 loops. Again, you're gonna chain 1. Now, because if you look at this, you cannot, you don't have a hole. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna repeat the normal single crochet. So you're gonna go underneath that like a normal simple single crochet. So you're gonna do in all chains single crochets, but the next row is gonna be the weird single crochet. Okay, the last stitch is here, and again we're going to chain 1, turn your work, and now as you can see, already the holes, you can see the holes, they're there, so it's very, very easy. So now with this stitch you're going to repeat you're going to alternate 1 normal single crochet, and the second row is going to be the weird one. Yeah, so now this is the first stitch, and here is the hole, so you're gonna go in there. But I will suggest when you pull this second loop, especially for this row with the weird single crochet, make the loop, this one, a little bit looser. Yeah, otherwise it's gonna just be like this, very tight. So the next stitch is here, underneath is the hole, so it's very easy to see. So the stitch is here, go underneath, the hole is there. Yeah, and make this second loop a little bit loose. And you're gonna do like this in all stitches. Yeah, the holes, they're right there. After the first 2, it's a little bit difficult to see the hole, but after that, okay, this is the last stitch here, so the hole, it's right here. You see, it's big enough that you can see it. And again, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and now we're going to start with the normal single crochet. So you're going to go right underneath this V, and you're going to do normal single crochet. Yeah, I think for blankets, hats, maybe, yeah, why not? You can you can make, it's very, especially if you have a thick yarn, it's gonna look really nice, and well, goes fast. So you're gonna do single crochet in each stitch. last stitches here, chain 1. I'm gonna do this row with you and then I will stop. So now you have the first stitches here, so the hole it's right here, so you go in there, pull, and again leave that you know, when you go inside the stitches here, the hole is here, go inside the hole, grab the yarn and make sure that this loop is a little bit loose, otherwise it's gonna be like an accordion, I think. So the stitches here go below, you have the hole already, it's big enough. Yeah, I think only the first row, when you start with this weird single crochet, the hole is not so visible. Oops. Okay, so the stitch is here, so the hole is here. It's gonna be a little bit, you know, not so, if you want to a stitch that it's tight and no holes, this might have some. So this is the last stitch, the hole is right here. You go inside the hole, chain 1, and then the first stitch is here. You start with a single normal single crochet and you do like this. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. Okay, now with this scarf, for those of you, because I'm sure there will be many of you asking me how to do this scarf, so I chain the same amount of chains like this this one that I did, trying to grab it. Yeah, it's like this. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna start of course with the stitches, 2 single crochets, so you're gonna finish the, how you say, the scarf the same, 2 single rows of normal single crochet. So I'm gonna finish with you. I did as long as I like. For kids, well, if they're toddlers, especially if they're toddlers, you don't want to have a very long scarf, because it's very dangerous, and especially if you put tassels on that. They might bend over to pick something from the ground and they might step on the tassels, and then they will lose their balance and then fall on their faces, so you don't want that to happen. So make sure that the scarf is long enough and the tassels are long enough but they will not reach the ground for them to stumble. Okay, so now I have to finish the scarf, so I have to do 2 rows of normal single crochet. Well, I chain 1 when I finish the row, so I'm gonna finish single crochet, 2 rows I'm gonna do, because it's the way we started. And then after I finish, I will show you how to attach the tassels, because many of you ask me that. So I'm gonna chain 1, I'm gonna pull a loop. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the yarn, then pull the string, and it's gonna make a knot. And then you're gonna take the scarf and you're gonna hide. The way I hide this is like this. I will go in and I will pull the yarn like this. Then I'm gonna turn the scarf and I'm gonna go in the next stitch. I'm gonna grab the yarn and like this, and I keep turning this, because if I do like that, this is gonna be, you're gonna see it here, so that's why I keep turning the scarf like this, and you don't see the thing. It's not so nice, especially when you have to attach tassels, or even if you don't want to attach tassels, you might see on the right here, you're gonna see that, so it's not so nice, well, in my opinion. So you're gonna do like this and on until you know, hide the tail. But for the tassels, when you're gonna need to do the tassels, well, you're gonna have to decide how long you want the tassels. You know, this is as long as well, maybe it's way too long. So you're gonna cut like this. So I have here 4 strands. So you're gonna take this and you're gonna put it half as best as you can. Hold it like this, and then you're gonna need a crochet hook that is big enough to fit all this to pull. If I use this one, I might lose some on the way when I pull. So what you're gonna do, let's say you're gonna go here and you're gonna decide, well, I will not suggest to put right here, put it, well, let's say here, not in the corner, because it's gonna be like this. Yeah, well, maybe it's good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go inside, if I can. Okay, so you're gonna take and make sure that you kind of, I don't know, give it a twist somehow, because you have to make sure that you don't lose the on the way. You know, make sure that you have all of them. You know, see, I lost one. So let's do with 3. Yeah, you have to have a little bit bigger, wider here. I don't have any wider, so it's a little bit a struggle. Yeah. So then you're gonna put the fingers through the loop, and you're gonna take the rest of the tail, pull it through the loop, and then you're gonna pull like this, and it's gonna make a knot. And this is it. This is the way you attach the tassels. So it's very important when you have many, and this yarn is thick, to have a crochet hook that it's wide enough here that can grab all of them at once. Otherwise you're gonna lose one, like I did. Yeah. So I'm not gonna edit this. I'm not gonna, because sometimes, you know, these things don't work. You have to try maybe once more. Yeah. So this is the scarf that I did. Well, I have to attach the rest of the tassels. So this is it for the scarf, if you choose to make a scarf. But I will suggest for kids, especially for toddlers, don't make the scarf too long, or at least to tie it once around the neck, or, you know, or to go once around the neck, or just tie it at the neck a little bit, you know. Well, I don't think it's good to tie the scarf just to go around the neck loose. It's good enough. Yeah. But they will bend over to, you know, get something from the ground, and they might step on the fringes and then lose their balance when they want to come up, and then they might fall on their faces. So yeah. Well, I just put I don't know. I didn't want to put tassels, but my son, this is the scarf for my son, so he wanted the tassels. So okay, fine, I'm gonna put the tassels. And I just barely, it's not, you know, if you want you can put it closer, you know, one, you know, but I just put a little bit, just 4 of them. So this is the scarf. If you like the stitch, it's very, very nice. This is a very thick yarn, and it's a little bit stiff, you know. So this will take some time for this to get wet when they play in the snow and they roll over and do all kind of stuff in there. So yeah, if you put tassels, will help a little bit, not that much. Will help with the corners not to go like this, because it will go, especially with the stiff hard yarn, will go like this. Yeah. So if you put tassels, might help a little bit not to be like this. But even so, even like that, it's gonna go. So yeah, I think it's best if you choose a yarn that it's soft and it's not gonna curve, you know, curl here. So well, this is it for the stitch for this scarf. Let's say, well, the winter is approaching for us in northern hemisphere, so let's get busy. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching, and have a pleasant day.